Knowing when to quit, it's perhaps harder for professional sports stars than most. A job you love, an adoring public, your name up in the lights. But time waits for no man, and the ending can sometimes be brutal. So, who will leave the stage in style at Qatar 2022? Hello and welcome to Football Now. I'm Adil Halim coming to you from the Lusail Stadium, which will play host to 10 matches during the upcoming FIFA World Cup, including the final on December 18th. Now, this year's tournament is likely to be the last one for every Ballon d'Or winner since 2008. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, and this year's favorite, Karim Benzema, are all well into their 30s, but hoping for a fairy tale ending here in Doha. Pele and Dino Zoff had that dream finale for Brazil and Italy, but it didn't quite end so well for Zinedine Zidane and France in 2006. So, what can we expect for what has been labeled the last dance for Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo?
I think that Argentina has a chance, and Lionel Messi, I think that he will put his eyes in this World Cup as his last chance of winning it. When it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, it's slightly different. I think that this Portuguese side is not as good as Argentina at the moment, and Cristiano Ronaldo obviously is the focal point of this team. He's scoring the goals, but he needs the team to do a better job in the World Cup.
So, 5 will be the magic number for Messi and Ronaldo. A 5th World Cup begins for Lionel Messi, set for his 20th appearance at the tournament against Saudi Arabia on November 22nd. For Cristiano Ronaldo, history awaits. A goal in Qatar would make him the first player to ever score in 5 World Cup tournaments. What next for Luis Suarez? At the 2010 World Cup, there was that handball against Ghana. In 2014, his World Cup ended prematurely after being banned for biting, and he won his 100th cap for Uruguay in 2018. There will undoubtedly be more headlines in 2022.
With the Uruguayan national team, Luis Suarez transforms himself. He has been one of the top scorers of the CONMEBOL qualification. Luis Suarez still has it inside the box. He's still one of the most lethal strikers in the world.
Luka Modric inspired his nation to the World Cup final 4 years ago, and once more is Croatia's go-to guy. After winning La Liga and the Champions League, he'll be looking to round off the year in style in Qatar.
Luka Modric is the best player Croatia has, that's undoubtedly. There are no physical flaws in him despite his age. I think that he's as good as he was in 2018. I think that he will play enough minutes for Real Madrid up till November to be fit enough to play in the World Cup.
For one of the greatest goal scorers of his generation, Robert Lewandowski will still be looking for his first goal at a World Cup at the age of 34. To be fair to the Barcelona striker, his country have only appeared in 1 World Cup since 2006.
Robert Lewandowski is of course desperate to have a strong World Cup. It's never been his best competition. It might be his last one, but having seen him play and having seen how he looks after his body, I wouldn't be surprised if, a bit like Cristiano Ronaldo, he still plays into his late 30s and maybe gives it one more shot.
It perhaps seems premature to talk about Neymar and last World Cup in the same sentence, but with 119 caps, only 3 players have played more for Brazil in its illustrious history. He said last year, "I think it's my last World Cup. I don't know if I have the strength of mind to deal with football anymore."
This time, Neymar knows that he's still probably the best player of Brazil. He has to be fit. Because otherwise there will be some players out there in the team who can actually offer a hell of a performance. So I think that individually Neymar has to make sure that he's sharp physically, because otherwise, as I said before, there are so many good players in Brazil that playing for them is going to be difficult.
A lot of players looking to go out on a high note, but there are a couple of big names for whom Qatar 2022 could potentially be both their first and last chance at a World Cup. Virgil van Dijk will be 31 when the World Cup begins, and incredibly, it'll be his first international tournament for the Netherlands. For Gareth Bale, it seems to have been his personal mission to take Wales to their first World Cup in 64 years. The Welshman will be 33 in November. Can he inspire his nation one last time?
Pleased for the senior players there, the Gareth Bales of the world and Aarons and the Joe Allens. Those senior players deserve that opportunity. That was the one thing missing from their CV.
You start Gareth Bale every time. He's the sort of player who's got all the experience, all the sort of He's been there, done that with pretty much everything, so you can always count on him. He represents everything that Wales as a team and as a country that wants to be. And for him to do so well in his club career is just incredible.
So will experience win out in 2022, or will it all be about the next generation snapping at their heels? Well, the oldest team to win it was Italy back in 2006 with an average age of just under 30. This time around, the squad expected to be the oldest are Portugal. So will that experience be a help or a hindrance?
Ronaldo will be with a lot of pressure for himself because he wants to win a World Cup. It's the only cup that he missed, and will be the end of his career, maybe with a great achievement. But the World Cup is a dream to us, but maybe a dream that is impossible, but we are gonna try to do it.
That brings us to the end of this week's show. Do let us know which football legend you're looking forward to seeing one last time using the hashtag FootballNowLastDance. And we'll see you for more Football Now.